Hello everybody and welcome to Secret of Mana Randomizer Weekly Seed number 166. Got a matchup today between Heinz Hearts and Merks Sr. Starting things off with something we haven't seen in a while. We've been seeing Flammie Drum in Logic a lot recently with these weekly seeds, but today we're starting with the Flammie Drum already, just open world. So that's nice. We got a vanilla long, another thing that we haven't seen in, it feels like a little bit. It feels like we see more Mana True Revivals than we do vanilla longs. So a little bit of an old school throwback of sorts, just to see, you know, vanilla long starting with like kind of the way things used to be, you know, back in the day. What are we starting with? The bow. Gross. Starting with the bow. All right, and off into the world we go to get freebies. Let's see what else we have. We have random complexity, obviously, or I say obviously, that normally is what it is. It's something is set, and sometimes you get a hard complexity in these randomized seeds, but it's randomized complexity. But this time, I bring that up because we're allowing locked items. Ooh. Glove Orb Final Palace. Fire Palace Final is the Sea Hairtail. Great. Awesome. Love to see it. What else we got? Starting with Flammie Drum, matching player level, enemy growth. Bosses are swapped, and we have randomized boss elements. Heinz taking off to the sky. Undine is at a mana pedestal. That's good information found from Merks. Heinz landing in, is this upper land? Yes. You need 6 elements to get through the Grand Palace, which is required, since this is a vanilla long. Light Seed in late game area. Heinz getting slowed before moving into Moogle Village. Getting a shit ton of money. Water Seeds at a mana pedestal. A bow orb, yay, an orb for a weapon that you have. So trade in a seed for a seed. You need Undine, which means you need to complete Fire Palace. Oh, man. Okay. Well, gross. Yeah, Merk's running around going like, okay, like, you can just fly. Just fly places. People are trying to do stuff that you, like, opening pathways that you would do without the Flammie Drum. You can just fly there. I don't know what you're doing. Javelin Orb. Tower Key is at the Witch's Castle. That's good information. That's, in fact, fantastic information. I still haven't finished reading all of the information, all of the settings. Okay, I got a little time because they're both going to be flying in just a second, or running location equation. Finding both allies at level 1, all of the character roles are themselves, starting with 0 gold. Chest frequency and chest trap frequency are both high. Heinz now coming to Southtown. Salamando in early game. All right, Heinz going to go talk to Mara real quick. Gold and gold drops. Gold checks and gold drops are normal. Nothing, thanks Mara. As per usual, Mara is of no help. Weapons are randomized, but the shops are vanilla. And that seems to be it. Enemies' status ailments are enemy types, so the enemies keep their status ailments that they normally do. So the randomized enemies scattered throughout the world are going to act their own ways. Heinz now coming to Northtown Ruins. And Merk's now going into Gaia's Navel, heading towards the magic rope check first before going to Dwarf Village. Heinz going to the left side, balcony chest real quick. So yeah, 6 elements needed, one of which is Undine, which is at Fire Seed pedestal. Just awesome. Heinz picks up a Sword Orb. And there's Salamando magic. Awesome. And Merk's now headed through the back door to get to the backside of Dwarf Village. Go talk to Watts and everybody else there. Heinz getting stopped trying to go down this right side. Watts has an Axe Orb for us. Trying to drum up a little business by handing out orbs. Come back and see me with some cash. You can use that orb. Or racket. Oh, another Axe Orb. Merk's... this is blocked by... Earth Palace is blocked by Sylphid. Heinz is going to dive the back chest in Northtown Ruins while Merks goes underground to check this chest here. That's a 1,200 bucks. All right. A lot of money found. And that is it. Mercs is just going to do the freebies and not go to the shops. Shops are vanilla, so if you know where you can get good mid-game gear, you know, Matango, Empire, you can head there and get some affordable stuff right now. Heinz trying to escape this Ice Wolf. Oh, and Ninja coming from the other side. Pinned between an Ice Wolf and a Ninja. Not a great place to be. Merc's coming back to Potos and is doing what? Oh, getting the this hint. Mana Pedestal, it has Undine. And Heinz hit the switch, and Mercs, I think, is just... Oh, he's coming back here. He can't get to this hint. He doesn't have a cutting weapon. If he wants to get to that particular hint... I think that, yeah, we haven't had an open world, like, start with Flammie Drum in such a long time, that people that have been playing this and looking for Flammie Drum and logic are all sort of messed up with running around and doing things in what you normally do logically for the Flammie Drum. Glove Orb was in the third chest, not useful. Heinz is going to leave Northtown Ruins and probably head to Northtown Castle. Merc's now coming to Matango and picking up a Javelin Orb. Gonna go get a hint from Chrissy. Or never mind. Just gonna go shop. Merc's also gonna shop. So Heinz has picked up 2,000 gold from Moogle Village, and Mercs has picked up 1,200 bucks here. Could go ahead and, I mean, both of them could go ahead and get good defense. Yeah, fancy overalls. Heinz getting a couple of quilted hoods. I guess just in case he finds... I mean, he can't wear those. Those are for the uh-oh. Those are for the Sprite and the girl only. Oops, he's going back. He's going to sell them. Yeah, he can buy a tiger crown, at least. Tiger cap. So a little bit of shopping here. So Heinz got a, I think it was a silver band and a tiger cap, which is plenty of defense. Silver band, I think, lets you not get poisoned. No, maybe you don't get slept. I think that's what it is. It's anti-sleep. And Merc's picking up the wolf band. I think that is... No, Cobra bracelet's anti-poison. I don't know what wolf band is. I've been meaning to sit down and make, like, go through all and learn, like, make basically flashcards to learn all of the effects for all of the accessories in the game, because it's just hidden information. A whip orb, and there's an axe orb over there, and a boomerang orb. So Heinz has one more freebie here in Northtown Palace to check, and that'll be the Empire cleared out of freebies. Merc's leaving Turtle Island. Let's see where he's headed. He is headed south to Tasnica. Gonna go fight the Dark Stalker and get the drop there and possibly talk to the king. Heinz being such a bro and releasing the resistance members. A spear orb. Alright, Heinz now has an orb for every weapon. I don't think that gets you anything. You don't get some sort of like weapon bonus for having spread out orbs. But that is interesting. One of everything. And two glove orbs because it's one for each glove. Left and right. That's how it works. Alright, that dude got obliterated. There's a chest. Is it a trap? It is 100 bucks. Nice. There is the javelin and a bow orb in Santa's house, and this hint for Mercs of the glove is before the Pure Land bushes. Okay, not a big deal. Heinz now coming to Ice Palace, going to get the freebie here, and Mercs is going to take off and go somewhere else. Speaking of orbs, that just reminded me, just this deep memory from, oh man, I don't even, almost at this point, like 17, 18 years ago. Learning, playing Dota All-Stars back when it was just like a not Warcraft, yeah, Warcraft 3 mod, and having people buying multiple shoes. Boomerang orb for Heinz, and he's going to leave. Merc's climbing the lighthouse here to talk to Picard. People buying multiple shoes on characters because, like me and my friends, because we didn't understand that movement speed didn't stack and that way. And just being like, well, I have 2 feet. I need 2 shoes. Then after we learned that, seeing somebody who bought 4 shoes for Centaur, because it's like, you know, then telling these newbies, after we were seasoned veterans after playing for like a month, we're like, oh, movement speed doesn't stack. He's like, I bought 4 shoes because he has 4 feet. He's a horseman. Brilliant. All right, Merc's now coming to Ice Palace to get this freebie. Heinz. Let's see what all else. I'm trying to think what hasn't been done by. Heinz hasn't done Guy's Navel. Oh, he's going to come here to Tasnica. And nobody's gone to Mandala yet. To get the big chunk of hints. There's also, I'm trying to think, nobody's gone to Fire Palace yet to look and see what the first orb is. Heinz will be picking up his javelin here. And Mercs will be picking up an orb of some sort. Oh, the hint. Lumina early game. I don't think Heinz, I don't know if Heinz talked to Rudolph to get that hint. Heinz landing at Turtle Island. And Mercs is headed to the Empire. So not a whole lot of interesting stuff found. A lot of orbs, but only one other weapon. Could go ahead and level up the bow and the javelin. Like, you've got the money sitting around more than likely. Merc's picking up $100. Which is weird. He's level 1. The gold... Has the gold drop multiplier, like, standard changed? I think I've talked about this before. That it used to be 50 per level, but this is 100 per level, which is why I think they're picking up 2,000 gold. There's something that's, like, changed in the coding at some point. I've talked about this. I remember talking about this weeks ago. And I wonder if that's just intentional. $1,200. Heinz picks it up, and Mercs also releases the prisoners from their capture there in the basement of Northtown Castle. And that is everything for Northtown Castle. Mercs is maybe going to go shop. Maybe just going to hoof it over to Northtown Ruins. Yep. Just walking over. And Heinz is on his way to this magic rope chest. So we're kind of getting low on freebies available. And it'll be time to start fighting bosses pretty soon. But it's interesting, you know, we're going to have random, or swapped bosses, but with random elements, which for the first few bosses isn't going to be a big deal, but could make things a pain in the future. If you walk up to fight a boss, and it's like Springbeak, and you go, aha, weak against Gnome. And you go, no, this Springbeak is actually a Luna Springbeak. So, you can take your Gnome and shove it. It ain't helping you much. Alright, we got dual ruins going on right now. Mercs going to the right-hand balcony chest in Northtown Ruins. Heinz now diving into the Pandora Ruins to go to the wall face fight to unlock all of the checks here. And Mercs running back in, probably going to rope. And yeah, I mean, he would have taken off from there. I think he's going to dive the third chest. Yeah, he's going to get as many freebies as he can. So Heinz on his way to our first boss fight of the seed. It's going to be a long one. If we're going to need to get through Fire Palace in its entirety, that's 3 orbs and needing the whip and needing the fire seed in order to get Undine, which is required for doing the Grand Palace. I believe, if I think I read all those hints correctly, that is what the logic is pointing towards. All right, Heinz dropping in. This is our first boss fight. And what do we have? He's got a bow and a javelin, and he's fighting... Okay, this is a normal wall. It looks kind of green. I guess this is a dryad wall. Oh, wow. Never mind. He was like, oh, I'll switch to the javelin. The javelin was garbage. Or rather, I think the bow is just a strength bow. All right, Mercs hitting the switch in the back of Northtown Ruins to go get his third and final free chest here in the Empire. I don't know if he's talked to Mara yet. I think he has not talked to Mara, but who cares? It's going to be a nothing check. Okay, so we got freeze going on, but that's kind of normal. So maybe with it being this green, it is actually just dryad, and it's just colored oddly. Because we saw it normally casts Undine magic anyway. So I wonder if it just, this boss retains its spells and it is dryad, or if it is Undine and it just is oddly, it is not colored blue, it's colored green because of the way shading works. I don't know. But Heinz is not in any peril right now, it seems. And he's got armor, he's got candy. So even this magic, like this freeze isn't even hitting very hard. Yeah, 1. Like, he's fine. It's all a matter of just continuing to deal damage and not having the center eye heal up too much. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, so the right eye looks like it is out of mana. Mercs in the sky, deciding where to go. Yeah, okay, wow, the wall goes down very quickly. Good job. Yeah, Undine at a mana pedestal. And Mercs has now come to Moogle Village. He's going to get 2,000 gold and something else. There's a spear orb and nothing. And I believe that was a bow orb. And 2,000 gold. Alright, so Heinz has defeated the wall. He has opened up the second shop here. Not that that's a big deal, because he's already bought armor elsewhere. But he may want to come here for, like, a spiky suit or something for himself. He's got plenty of money. Yeah, just to increase that. And Mercs is now landing at Mandala to get these hints. Yeah. Hey, 10 armor's 10 armor. No. Alright. And Heinz is on his way to pick up all of the stuff in the treasury room and talk to the girl. Yeah, need Undine. We already know this. Dryad in a forgotten land. Ooh. The waterfall has a sword, so that would be at Undine Cave. Need Triad magic. That's good. There's a javelin orb from the girl. Oops, misclick for me. And a joke hint. Alright, what do we got here? It's a boomerang orb. A glove orb. There's the fire seed. Okay, that's good. There's a whip orb. Lumina. And a bow orb. Okay, so nothing spectacular. Finding... Okay, you already have the fire seed, which is good. That is something that you don't have to hunt down. Now you just need the whip and spellcasters and the right magic. Heinz is now leaving Pandora as Mercs lands to go through Pandora Ruins. And we'll see where Heinz is headed to. Headed to Matango. Just reloading on some stuff. Getting himself some fancy overalls. That'll be another big upgrade. 13 up to... Oh, I don't remember what it is. It's a pretty big jump. 22, yeah. And you can keep the fancy, the spiky suit around in case you find the Sprite. Sprite can wear that. So Heinz is now going to spend some money leveling up some weapons while Mercs dives down into Pandora Ruins. Well, Heinz can get a level for each weapon. Not too shabby. Oh, he just does the javelin. Okay. And looks to get a strength upgrade for the javelin. I think he's going to check it real quick. Nope. Going to go ahead and fly away. Up, up, and away. Mercs up, turning around. What's here? Candy won't fit. Getting stopped by this wolf and then showing him what for by obliterating him with a bow shot to the face. All right, Heinz is going to come and get the sword now. With the hint that was behind a waterfall. Or did Mercs get that? I'm trying to remember. I think Mercs got that hint, and Heinz is just coming here because it's 2 drops that he can do very quickly. He doesn't have to go through a bunch of things, and this is available kind of whenever. All right, we have the Gorgon Bull here. And Heinz is just not going to be taking any damage from this. Mercs dropping in to fight the green wall face. And Heinz, yeah, same thing. It's a matter of time against this Gorgon Bull. Mercs going to try and target this left eye. Oh, didn't he switched the javelin too quickly to realize that it's weak. That it's only got like half the attack power that the bow has. But, I mean, it's hitting. All right, we got a Moon Saber. So this is a Luna Gorgon Bull, which goes down. And Heinz will be getting the sword and a weapon orb from the boss itself, and then something else. Or maybe nothing. There's the 3rd check here from Undine. Mercs, realizing that the javelin is not as powerful as the bow, level 1, so switching back. Another axe orb for Heinz. And it's a glove orb and the sword. So cutting weapon has been acquired. That is needed in order to clear the Mana Fortress. That also gives access to a few things. Oh my gosh, is Heinz just going to... Alright, just going to go to Pure Lands. I mean, he's like, okay, I have a sword, I'll just clear this whole thing. Whatever. Doesn't even go level up his sword. Just takes it immediately to Pure Lands. Wow. And Mercs firing away with the bow, dealing some good damage from a distance there, charging up. And down goes the wall. Mercs taking out the wall will be rewarded with the Fire Seed, will be rewarded with Lumina, and then just a bunch of weapon orbs. And we have a Gygus here. It looks like Dryad Gygus? No, Luna Gygus. Mercs getting the Spear Orb and the big old Goose Egg. But is now going to go talk to the girl and then get the 6 checks from the Treasury Room. Heinz getting mooned again by the Gygus, and it's just not affecting him. He just doesn't care. Uh-oh, watch out. No, the boy is going to have all his magic stolen. What a disaster. So, same thing. This is just a matter of time for Heinz to take down this Gygus. I think he's not going to get hurt. No hints for either of the characters, and we know that... Oh, here we go. Okay. We got a Fire Seed. A Whip Orb. There's Lumina. A Glove Orb. A Boomerang Orb, and a Bow Orb. And Heinz has taken down the Luna Gygus, boss number 1 in Pure Lands. Mercs will be taken off and going somewhere else. Way to go. What you got? A Bow Orb, and 400 bucks. Okay. Further in, Merc's now coming to the Water Palace area, going to do the same thing. He got this check, this hint at Mandala, and is going to follow that up and go get his sword. And we have once again, a red dragon that is actually a green and gold. So I have no clue what... I mean, I look at the green and I think, well, this has got to be Dryad. Everything has to be Dryad until proven otherwise. Everything that's green is Dryad. We haven't seen it cast a spell yet. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is not a Luna Gorgon Bull. This is actually, it's solid white. So it is it's kind of a mishmash of everything. There's Evil Gate. Wow. Yeah. When Random Boss Elements is engaged and you fight a pure white enemy, that means that it just has like a random amount of, like a random collection of spells from all elements. So this one has, oh wow, trying to steal magic, has moon energy, has Evil Gate. What was the other one? There's something else that was cast. I still have no clue what type of dragon this is. But Heinz is taking it out. Boom. Okay, it was another Luna Dragon. Alright, boss 2 down for Heinz in the Pure Lands. And Mercs is not getting damaged by this Gorgon Bull, which is now in phase 2. He just flexed for the camera, for the crowd. And it doesn't matter. Mercs is going to take him out pretty quickly with that bow. Boss number 2 down for Heinz in Pure Lands gets him a Spear Orb and the Glove. Okay, so there's that hint that was given. The glove was before the Pure Land bushes. And there it is. And 5 orbs for the glove. Could be nice to have. Yeah, this is one of those where go ahead and get like, you have so much money. It's just, you have enough armor to keep you protected for a while. If you don't find any characters, keep your weapons leveled up and try to have different elements on your weapons as the boy goes through and does stuff. All right, we have a vanilla boss type here. Merc's picking up his sword and then roping out. And this one is, I want to say that this is Gnome. Because I think it's going to be more of a dark purple if it's Shade. So I think that this is a Gnome. Yep, Earthslide, Springbeak, or Axebeak. There's no visual difference in the sprite itself between the two. It's just a color differentiation. As far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure that that's all it is. It's just different colors. And it's not actually shaded different. Merc's now coming back to Potos to fight whatever's in the Mantis Ant Pit. And it is a vampire, and it is a blue vampire. So we have an Undine vampire. All vampires are Undine. Undead. Undine. No, I couldn't make it happen. Whatever. Happy Halloween, everybody. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm driving at, really. Luckily, Heinz and Mercs with these boss fights. Oh, wow. Good crit there for Mercs. 140 damage with that bow shot. They have these ranged weapons to fight these bosses. Oh, and Heinz also landing a Springbeak. There it was in the text box. Also landing a crit on his boss fight. And Springbeak goes down. Boss number 3 for Heinz, and he could continue on. He has the sword. Merc's getting a little close with that bow and doesn't quite get that charge shot off. Uh-oh. Merc's getting cursed with the Ice Saber. Going to be dealing like half damage now. Not even, like quarter damage. All right, Heinz, what do you got? It's a Whip Orb and 400 bucks. So that's the second 400 drop that we've seen. Heinz is pushing on. Mercs takes down the vampire here in Potos. Yeah, both of them have good enough armor that will carry them for quite some time. So even though Heinz is getting a lot of boss kills and getting a lot of levels added to enemies, he's still safe. A Sword Orb and Sylphid Magic. For Mercs, we've got a dragon here. A white dragon. So that means completely randomized. Elemental. Heinz landing a crit against his 4th boss here. Merc's coming back to Guy's Navel after picking up Sylphid Magic, which is going to be needed to get into Earth Palace if that is a thing that needs to be done. So that's nice. So far, no other information has been found. Nobody's gone to Moon Palace or Fire Palace yet to look at what the first orbs are. Upperland Forest, of course, is that orb is unnecessary to clear out in open world when you're starting with the Flammie Drum. Mercs fighting at Tropic Hollow. It looks like a dragon lizard that is white, so that means it has what's the word I'm looking for? Access to a hodgepodge of elementals. Oh man, Lucid Barrier. Great. Hines takes down boss number 4 here in Pure Lands, while Mercs is sitting back and hoping that the Snapdragon doesn't cast another Lucid Barrier, just slowing him down. But that very well may be the case. A wall, even better. Okay. All right, what do we got here for the drops for Hines? It is an Axe Orb and something good, please. Shade Magic. Okay. All right, another magic that may be necessary. Also, Shade could be used to beat the Mana Dragon, Mana Beast. So that's good. And Mercs takes down the Snapdragon, and we'll be getting a Glove Orb, the Axe itself, and $400. All right. That's a really good find. So that's both of the cutting weapons found for Mercs, which means he has a lot of access now. And he's going to drop down now into the Scorpion Army, whatever this is, submarine. I have no clue what this is. And it looks like a dark Mech Rider, I believe. Yes, Dispel Magic. Well, Dispel Magic is pretty normal for it. Hines now coming in to fight a Gygus here. And it is a gnome, an Earth Gygus. Exact opposite of what is normally here, which is Thunder Gygus. But it's not dealing any damage. Mercs takes a little bit of a hit there, but I think it's just Evil Gate just always, yeah, just does some damage. And, so yeah, that is indeed the Dark Mech Rider. But probably out of mana at this point, because Evil Gate is such a mana-intensive spell. Hines landing a crit here on the Frost Gygus that is actually an Earth Gygus. And Mercs taking down the Mech Rider here in the pit in Gaia's Navel. And that'll be a full clear of Gaia's Navel, other than the Earth Palace, of course. We got us a Whip Orb and nothing. Blah. No reset? No reset. He's going to keep it. All right. Well, he found the axe. That's good. He could go to Ailments Castle right now and get the gold key. He could go to Dark Palace and get 2 freebies. He could go through... Let's see. What else? I don't know what else he can do with the axe. He could go get the check at the bottom of, or at the very start of Undersea, and also fight the... Actually, I guess he can do the whole thing there, because you don't need the whip. So yeah, he could do all of Undersea Continent. But instead, yeah, Mercs is going through the normal way, through the Haunted Forest here to get to Ailments Castle and get that gold key. Hines taking down boss number 5 here in Pure Lands. And he's got one more to go. And then, of course, the gift from the Mana Tree itself. Because this is not a Mana Tree Revival, that means the Mana Tree actually has a drop. All right, what do we got here for Hines? Oh, okay, a Sword Orb, and we have the Girl, which also means we will get a weapon. Is it the Whip? I don't know what that is. The Boomerang. Blah. But we do have a caster, and that is important. Right now we have, Hines has Lumina and Salamando and 1 seed. So could do physical damage and could do magic damage and could get things leveled up during some of these boss fights. So that's actually great. Great find right now. Go ahead and drop in. Oh, and this looks like a Dark dragon, a shade dragon. Mercs is now through the Haunted Forest and into Elena's castle itself. And it seems like he's just going to still do physical attacks. Oh, he has armor for the girl. He should put that on and go ahead and cast things. Yeah, go ahead and cast everything you can. Merc's getting stopped here by a chair and a goblin. Gross. All right, is he going to pat the head of the doll right now? Yes. All right, what is our hint? Gnome in a forgotten land. So that would be Undersea Continent, which he has access to right now since he has the axe. But it could also be just like turning in Dryad Seed. I think is also a forgotten land. All right, Spiky Tiger. And it is green, but is that Dryad or is it just like a weird Lumina or Luna? It could be Luna because it is also kind of yellowy. We'll find out in a second. Oh, Merc's actually taking damage from this drop. Oh, Heinz getting Earth's Slid. So this is actually a gnome, an Earth Dragon. From the color scheme, I thought it would be, I guess Shade is going to be more purple. I said that earlier. And it looks like it's the color scheme of a Shade Dragon and not a gnome dragon. What do I know about anything? So the girl died, but the boy is still thriving. Yep, there's moon energy cast on the Spiky Tiger. Oh no, that is a big heal. That's not great. That is unfortunate that he just full healed himself. Uh-oh, Merc's getting moogled. Heinz still plinking away at this dragon with his bow. Couple of slow fights going on right now. This is why, like, if you only have the boy, go ahead and level up weapons. Just go ahead and spend the money. You may think like, oh, I want to make sure that I have armor or be able to buy fairy walnuts when I finally do get a magic character. No, just level up the weapons. All right, Heinz is done. Boss 6 of 6, vanquished in Pure Lands. He's going to get 2 drops here and then be able to go to the mana tree and get something there. Hopefully, this whole thing will be worth it. He did find Shade here, as well as the girl. So, already worth it, I feel. A Javelin Orb. And Luna! Oh, man. Okay, so yeah. Pure Lands run is going to be hard required. All the way through. I feel like Luna... I mean, we need 6 elements. Luna could be one of those that are left out. But even if it's not, you want Luna. Merc's still chipping away here at this Moon Tiger. I'm spending a little bit of time leveling up spells here. Okay, so this is actually a blue spike, because it is now headless and exploding, which means that Merc's is... I'm trying to remember what that is. It's like 75% of the way through. The health is when that happens. Something like that. But Merc should be wrapping it up pretty soon, unless the tiger... Hopefully it's out of mana, and it doesn't full heal itself magically. Alright, blue spike goes down. Mercs will be getting the gold key and one other item here. Heinz, what are you getting for all of your... Okay, alright. Go ahead and go there and turn that in. That could lead to something. And we know the water seed is on a mana pedestal or something like that. Javelin Orb. Or something else. It's either the water seed is on a pedestal or the water pedestal has something. Yeah, Heinz is immediately coming to the Wind Palace. All right, Mercs is going to talk to LNA, and let's see. It'll be the gold key and something else. A bow orb. Okay, well. All right, Heinz coming in to fight. This looks like Boreal Face here at Wind Palace. Trying to decide what to cast. It looks kind of vanilla, potentially. Merc's now coming to immediately going to Gold Island to at least get the first chest here. Not a lot of damage from that Fire Bouquet, but I mean, it's a level 0 Fire Bouquet. Oh, girl's dead. Physical damage is a real thing. You just fought like 6 bosses back to back. There's a Javelin Orb and a Bomb. Nice. Yeah. So Merc's just got that one freebie and is leaving Gold Island. Heinz not taking any damage from the vines or the pumpkin bombs, and is just going to sit here and fight. Actually, this is Tropicalo because it's got 2 vines. What flavor Tropicalo is this? This is weird. I guess we're about to find out from this casting. Oh my gosh. Okay, that cure wasn't that bad. It's 38. All right, Mercs, with that axe that he found, is coming to Dark Palace right now to get 2 freebies. Oh, yeah, don't forget that. That's an important button to push. All right, Merc's on his way to the first prize here. A sword orb. It ain't nothing. It's something for a weapon that you have, and potentially a weapon that you're going to use to fight the Mana Beast. Merc's going back in to get the second chest behind the portcullis. And Heinz still chipping away here at Tropicalo. The Midge Mallet. All right, can undo being shrunk and also use it to damage dodge if you need to. Also could cast it on the Sprite or the girl if you need to fire off a bunch of spells rapid fire and cancel animations out. Heinz takes down Tropicalo and will be turning in the Wind Seed that he got from the Mana Tree itself. Merc's coming to Sunken Continent. Let's see what he decides to do here. He's gonna dive down first. Makes sense. A Javelin Orb for Heinz for beating the boss, and now to turn in the Wind Seed. And he could sit here and level things up a little bit if he wants to. Go ahead and get a few things to level 2. Why not? It's Undine and nothing. Okay, so I must have been misremembering that there's something on Fire Palace Ped, something that I've just misremembered. There's Gnome, okay, and Mercs is going to continue on. Why not? He's here. I mean, why not? I would say why not? Go level up some weapons, bruh. You got baby weapons. Heinz now coming to Fire Palace. Maybe we'll be able to crack in, but oh, he's not even going to go downstairs and check and see what it is. He's going to just punch up the ramp. Almost there. Got it. Sequence break complete. It may not even be a necessary sequence break, but you know, there you go. A Spear Orb, and we'll see what the second orb is here. Shade. Okay, well, you can do that once you get the Sprite. And Merc's now fighting a very red, very, very angry Mantis Ant. Looked like he was going to go up and spank Elliot. And I think he's just hiding out by the butt. Oh, getting knocked out. And getting knocked out a second time. He's got inceptioned. Heinz now coming back to Potos Village. And he's going to be fighting a vampire here. Mercs taking a quick second to heal up and then immediately go to sleep. Yeah, that axe is doing some good damage against this mantis ant. And the mantis ant goes down. The girl also goes down on Heinz' side. He still hasn't given her any armor. Oh, getting snagged and munched and killed. Wow, big damage there. All right, what do we got here on Merc's side? What drops do we have? The boomerang orb and a bunch of money. So nothing progressive, but you did get a lot of cash. Mercs, continuing on, is going to go through the entire undersea area in order to get to the Kettlekin fight. So he's got a ways to go. Gonna stop in. Hey, Watts may be here. Go level up. Yeah, level up some weapons. Okay. Or he's gonna... I mean, there's no reason to heal. I guess he can make a save here, like a hard save if he wants. Or no, she doesn't even do that. Yeah, level up your weapons. Watts! Go talk to Watts! Why would you not? You have 6,000 gold. Level things up. Please. Screaming into the past. Level them all up. What are you doing? Whatever. You live your life. Heinz still having some trouble here with this Undine vampire. And keeps losing the girl, just time after time. Alright, that girl is actually dead. Oh, just in time to kill the boss, and for the girl not to get any experience. Womp womp. Alright, Mercs hits the first switch here in the maze under the sunken continent. Alright, we get a sword orb and Sylphid magic for Heinz. He's happy to see that. So all he's missing is Gnome, which we know is an undersea continent, and Dryad, which may not be necessary, and then the Sprite and the Whip. So he's found a lot of stuff. You know, that the Pure Lands run was actually very lucrative. Getting the girl, getting a couple of elementals, getting a seed. Mercs, looking up the pattern. What is the pattern here? What do we need to do for these lights? The lights are not randomized. They're always the same. It's like red, blue, yellow, green, or something like that. Heinz now coming back to Gaia's Navel. Gonna clear these bosses out here. And maybe buy some armor. Maybe level up his weapons. Maybe do neither. And say, whatever, the girl got here late, she doesn't get armor. And we're not leveling up any weapons either. Yeah, Mercs is looking up what the pattern is supposed to be. Never mind, Heinz turned around, going, wait a minute, wait. I got money. I got money. Yeah, for those wondering, the lights are never changed from the vanilla pattern. It is always the same. So whatever it is, I think it's red, blue, yellow, green. It is always the same. Maybe it's blue, red, green, yellow. I don't... It's one of those two. Here, we're going to find out. Red, blue, yellow, green. Yep, I know what I'm doing. It's been a minute since I played the randomizer, but I remember that. Also, that's not part of the randomizer. Like, that's just what it is. Don't forget to hit that button. I've done that before where I've made that loop and accidentally walked off that ledge and you have to make the loop again. It's awful. I guess you could, like, reset the game and respawn from the entrance. But either way. All right, Heinz getting set on fire. Uh-oh. Fighting against this everything Snapdragon. Now getting bursts. Girl goes down. Boy still ablaze. And Merc's now running through a subway car filled with everything. It's a casting call of enemies here. Because it's randomized. You just run through and you're like, I remember you, and you, and you, and you. Or not casting call, curtain call, whatever. This is also never randomized. It's hidden. There's a switch on the right side in that that archway that you can't see because it is it's just because of the top-down nature of the camera angle. All right, Mercs has finally made it through the undersea area. And what do we have here? It's a green or possibly yellow. Is this, let's see, moon. Yeah, we got another Luna bull, but instead of a Luna... Oh, big hit! Oh, right, he casts moon energy. He can crit you. He can actually make you bleed. You gotta be careful there. Heinz reviving the girl real quick so she can enjoy the experience. Oh, and gets like 1,000 levels. Glove orb, the axe, and $400. Yeah, and the girl levels up like 4 times. Now to dive down and fight the gnome. No, it was Dark Mech Rider down here. Merc's fighting not the Gorgon Bull, but the normal Minotaur, which goes down, and Mercs is now done with the undersea area of the sunken continent. Heinz getting the hint. Oh, I should probably use Lumina against this dude. Oh, too late. She's catching missiles. A spear orb and dryad magic. Okay, so all of our magics have been found. So now we just need to find the Sprite and the whip. And we can collectively get into go mode. Interesting. So Pure Lands, Sunken Continent, doing the bosses in Guy's Navel, and then somewhere out there is the whip and the Sprite. In fact, maybe the same check. Considering all of the weapons have been found except for the spear and the whip, the Sprite very well may just have the whip on them. So, yeah. But we have found all of the elementals collectively. Merc's coming to the Empire now to fight some bosses, but is first going to stop by the Northtown shop and has plenty of money to buff up whatever he has. Could get a ruby vest if he wants. All right, there was a nothing and something else. I forgot what it was. I don't think it was anything important. I'm trying to look at his Heinz tracker. Heinz tracker is tiny on his screen. What is Heinz doing? Why is he walking with legs when he could be flying on the back of a dragon? Also, why is he letting the girl continue to perish when he could just get whatever? People get tunnel visioned with like, I gotta do this next thing, and you're like, I don't have time to sit and shop. I don't have time to sit and do this. You just move forward as best you can. All right, Merc's running in to the Northtown Castle. 2 boss fights here. And Heinz has taken his axe that he's just found and is going to go to Elena's castle, which will grant him the Midge Mallet, I believe. The gold key and the Midge Mallet, I think, are the 2 things. All right, we got Hexus in the dungeon of the Northtown Castle. Mercs, with his new armor, says, "Nuh-uh, I just bought this. I just bought these new threads. Look how fancy I am. You ain't touching me." I mean, just walking right up underneath this massive, writhing snake lady. Ordinarily, a hero would be crushed to death and might enjoy it. But Merks says, nah. I've got good armor. I'm gonna get all up in your business and slice you up. Heinz has made it through the haunted forest now and is on his way into Elena's castle proper. And is gonna be fighting the... Oh, there goes the girl. See ya! Girl dead. Ooh, well. Oh, Heinz getting silenced. Oh, dodging it. Didn't get silenced. The silence from the owl did not actually proc. So we're about to see a long fight that Heinz is going to be doing that we saw Merks. Oh, Heinz getting stopped by the guard on the bridge. Excuse me, sir. You're moving too quickly. No running. I'm going to have to ask you to take a timeout. All right, Merks takes down Hexus here in the basement. Let's see what rewards we will be gathering up. And you'll wake up my mouse so I can track it. It is the Axe Orb, and... Great, cool, neat, thanks. Merks going back in to climb up to the roof to fight the second boss here in Northtown Castle. Heinz is going to take a second to revive the girl before going, and not even going to pat the head of the doll. Going to do that on the way out. That's the game plan. No reason to do it right now. And here comes the Moon Tiger. And also the girl is about to go down. Blue spike. He knows it's a blue spike, but he doesn't know what flavor. He sees it come down and goes, ah! It's radioactive blue spike. Quick, wake up the girl. Okay, only 20 damage. It could have been a lot worse. Wow, big crit there. Nice. So this may be a pretty quick fight. It's your boy, and he is bright and shiny. Is this Lumina? No, it's another Luna. Of course. Like, 2/3 of the bosses that we've seen in this random boss element seed have been Luna. It feels like. A lot of them. I mean, we got 2 of them on our screen right now. Yeah, Blue Spike fears Dryad, so that means Luna. Same thing, Merks has Dryad, doesn't have anybody that can cast anything, but is taking care of business pretty easily with whichever robot this is. Once again, that fancy armor doesn't matter with any of the swings that were coming in. Just tanks it. And that is Northtown Castle cleared. So yeah, we're just clearing checks. Heinz is almost done with his fight with the blue spike, a whip orb, and there's the Sprite. Okay, does the Sprite have the whip? We're about to find out. If the Sprite has the whip, then that's good for Heinz. Oh! Alright, so the Sprite... Okay, so the girl is in... I think it was the 4th or 5th boss in Pure Lands. The Sprite is at the top of the Northtown Castle. And the whip is somewhere else out there in the world. And we need it. Whip... I mean, Merks will need to go through Pure Lands to get the girl, as well as, Shade and Luna. Heinz, did you talk to... Excuse me. You went through all of this. You're forgetting something? Oops. He just walked on out. It's the gold key, and it's the bow orb. That's what it is. Well, this is a good find for Merks. Notice very few seeds. 1 seed for Merks, only 2 for Heinz. And the wind seed is in Pure Lands, and I think that's what led to Undine. And then Luna and Shade are in Pure Lands. So Merks needs to go to Pure Lands to get the girl, to get the wind seed to turn in for Undine, to get Shade, to get Luna, and then just somewhere out there will be the whip. Don't know. I think that when I was saying earlier, I was mixing up stuff. There was something that was at Fire Palace. Like, the fire seed gave you something at the same time that I was reading that Undine was on a pedestal, and I think I just mixed those two things up, because Undine, I thought, was on Fireped, but that is not the case. So I don't know what I was misreading or misremembering. Heinz picking up a sword orb. Roping out and is going to go into the portcullis check. Mercs is actually going to show us what this... No, he's clearing out the enemies first before going up the stairs. Or up the ramp. There's the midge mallet. Okay. Well, it's kind of nice that, you know, what we need is the whip, because there's a lot of whip checks that you can obviously rule out. That is... I didn't see what that was. Was that Luna? Or is that Sylphid? I think it was Luna. Nope, that's Sylphid. Okay. So Heinz has now come to Gold Island. Mercs is going to pick up this first chest and then realize that he can't go any further because he's going to be stopped by the Shade Orb in the next room. I'm going to go ahead and mark that there. Up, seeing Shade and going, well, I don't have that. That's not cool. Boo. Heinz picking up the Javelin Orb in the first chest and is going to go on up and fight the first boss to get the item from the second chest. This is one thing that we saw, didn't see Marks do. It's a snake! It is a Danger Noodle, so that is the Dragon Worm. And it looks as though it is potentially Undine. Mercs is landing in Pure Lands. This is great to see. Unfortunately, once again, only one orb, or only one seed. So not a whole lot of magic damage can be gained from this. Oh no, this is a Lumina Dragon Worm, which is mega lame. Merc's picking up some Royal Jam, faux free. And yeah, all he has to do is take this all the way to the end to get the Wind Seed from the Mana Tree. So Merc's coming into his first boss fight here in the Pure Lands push, and it is a Luna Gygus. 1100 health still on this Dragon Worm that Heinz is fighting. Still no armor for the girl, or possibly just crap armor. Heinz just letting the girl be dead. Just, the boy's not taking any damage. Kill the Dragon Worm and then revive the girl right as you do it in order for her to get the experience, I guess. I don't know. Merc's coming in with Dryad Magic and is actually able to hit the weakness of this Gygus, and we'll be able to get Dryad up to level 1. Heinz doing some consistent damage with a lot of these. Oh, well, never mind. There's Lucid Barrier. Never mind. Hold. Mercs gets whacked. Uh-oh, from that Blitz Breath. Took a big hit. Uh-oh, he's getting crit. Oh, right, because the this Gygus cast Moon Energy on himself, so he's getting assured crits. Dodging the damage by using the Midge Mallet on the Sprite. All right, down goes the Luna Gygus, boss 1 of 6 from Mercs in the Pure Lands. Heinz still fighting his Snake of Light. Good crit there. Like to see it happen. Another good crit. More, please. All right, we got a Bow Orb and $400 for Mercs. And further in he goes. The Sprite survived, so gets a lot of experience there. All right. The Dragon Worm goes down. Heinz gets a Javelin Orb, and we'll be able to open up this second chest here. Merc's about to start his fight with a... It's 1,800 gold. It's a lot of money. Hey, go level up your weapons. Go buy armor for the girl. go use your money. Merc's coming into boss number 2 here against a Luna Dragon. And is dealing some good damage here, even with just level 1 Dryad. Or level 0 Dryad, dang. Now it's leveled up. Still hitting pretty hard. You know, that's some good stuff. Might as well throw it. And 1 Gem Missile. Because I felt like it. Heinz going in through the top room and is fighting... We got either a Jabberwocky or a... the girl, of course, did not level up because was dead at the end of the fight. So no magic here against this. They're dealing 0 damage to it. I feel that this is not a Jabberwocky. This is the Hydra. Yep, Hydra gets whacked. Wow, going from 1 damage to 124. I like it. All right, the Luna Dragon goes down for Mercs. Boss number 2 cleared in Pure Lands. Heinz is going to check out some stats on this Hydra. 1,300 health left. And it is an oops everything Hydra. Spear Orb and the Glove for Mercs. Oh, getting stopped by this Heckhound. Getting the boy lit up trying to escape. So Heinz just kind of plinking away at this everything Hydra, dealing some decent damage, has everything all set up, so as long as it doesn't decide to cast oh, and there's a crit. Tries not to do a crowd kill rather type maneuver and hit everybody with the same attack. Merc's rolling in to fight. Oh, well, and he's using Gem Missile against a enemy that he should be using Sylphid against. He's going to see this deal 1 damage and go, oh, right, oops. Keep going. Oh, he's going to try everything out. He doesn't, I guess, may not understand the color scheming, but this is a Rockbird. Oh, skips over. Skips over and goes to Dryad. Let's try Dryad. Surely not Sylphid. 149 damage. All right, Hydra goes down for Heinz. He's not going to get any rewards for this. Well, he's going to get a Weapon Orb, but he doesn't have the Dryad Seed to turn in. But this is a boss that is cleared, that is required to be cleared in order to complete the Grand Palace. So there's that. It's at least something out of the way that needs to be done. A Whip Orb, but not the whip itself. All right, Heinz is going to dive down and fight the next boss down here. Another required boss to clear the Grand Palace. And we have another shiny boy. This is Kilroy. And I think with it being that bright, probably isn't everything Kilroy. No, I don't know. Maybe Lumina. Because I think it would be like pure white. If it were everything. It doesn't matter. I mean, this boss is getting nuked right now. Mercs takes down Springbeak. Boss number 3 here in Pure Lands. And we'll get, I think, 400 gold and a Weapon Orb. And then at the It's the next 3 checks are going to be the girl and Shade and Luna and the seed. Yep, Whip Orb, 400 bucks. Heinz trying to keep some distance here. Mercs continuing on, gonna cut through some bushes. Oh, all right, down goes Kilroy. So we'll see what drop we get here. Heinz could then also go back upstairs and fight the boss at Watermelon, if he wants to. Mercs will be fighting another dragon here in just a second. And it's an everything dragon. Yay! Boomerang orb and the earth seed. Well, can't turn that in because you don't have the whip. Also, I mean, you can get in there. All right, what do we have at Watermelon? Oh my gosh, what is this? Undine Lich? Ugh, gross. Well, Heinz has a good fire damage, though, from the girl. So, fine. I also just picked up a 3rd seed, so can continue leveling up some of these weapons, or some of these spells. So this is actually works out pretty well. Merc's getting all up in the business of this white dragon and trying to... But not the legendary white dragon. Not the cool white dragon that we know and love. This kind of off-brand wife dragon. That's a different show we put on. Is Wife Dragon. White Dragon. Getting some appropriate Lich music here from the Spectrum of Mana soundtrack. Go check that out. I always put it in the link down in the description of the videos. I never call it out at the end. But yeah, if you like this music, this is a fan-made triple album of Secret of Mana music that is free to download. Not just the music, but there's also a bunch of like art that accompanies it. So follow those links below if you like what you've been hearing for all of these commentary seeds, all this music in the background. This is from Spectrum of Mana. Highly recommend. All right, Mercs takes down the dragon, boss number 4 here in Pure Lands, and is rewarded with an Axe Orb and Shade Magic. Happy to see that. So next up will be the girl, then Luna, and then the Wind Seed, which will lead to Undine. All right, the Lich goes down for Heinz, and he is done with everything on the top floor. We're done with all of the boss fights on the top floor of the Grand Palace. But now needs to go... needs to at least go get Dryad, potentially, from the first chest in the Sunken Continent, but doesn't need to go through the rest of it, necessarily. A Glove Orb and a Spirit Orb. Nothing. Nothing! Neat. What if the whip is at, like, first boss in Ice Palace? Like, you go into Ice Palace, you go all the way through, and the whip is just, like, there. And you don't want to do it because you don't have the whip, so you're not going to be able to full clear Ice Palace, and you don't want to do it twice. You know? Heinz is thinking what to do next. He could dive. Yeah, he's going to leave the Sunken Continent, hopefully. He doesn't need... I'm trying to think, was Gnome also in... Where was Gnome? Oh, Heinz relanding. And yeah, is going to go through Sunken Continent. I'm trying to remember where Gnome was. That Mercs has done. I mean, I get... It may be at the end of Sunken Continent. I just don't remember. It's a very real possibility. We got a Sword Orb, and here's the girl. And the Boomerang. So now Mercs has... All 3 characters has... will soon have access to all of the mana elementals. Has all the weapons except for the whip. So just locked by the whip. There's Gnome. Okay, there's Gnome. My bad. Where was Dryad then? I don't remember where Dryad was. Oh well. Well, that's a good find for Heinz since he has the girl already. And Mercs just picking up the girl can auto-run if they so choose. Here comes boss number 6 for Mercs against the Stone Dragon, which he thinks is dark, which is understandable, because I thought the same thing, but no. Dark bosses are more purple than they are, like, black. You think that shade bosses would be that way? I don't know. I guess it's just the way that the randomizer, like the game, alters different color schemes. All right, Mantis Ant for Heinz. I'm going to check in and see what he is weak to real quick. Although, Fear's Undine, can't cast that. We could do a Frost Weapon. Lumina, level 1, dealing some good damage. 200 damage is pretty nice. And could use this time to level it up. Why not just, like, multicast all that stuff? Mercs realizing, oh right, this is a Stone Dragon. Throwing a lightning bolt at it and dealing some good damage there. Everybody's just kind of crowded, standing underneath it, and is swinging away. Uh-oh. Girl goes down for both of them. Oh, both of them reviving their girls with candy. And Heinz is now stuck in the corner. Oh, takes down the Mantis Ant. Quick, revive the girl so she can get the experience. I think he does it just in time. Oh, and there goes the girl for Mercs. He'll have all this money. Get armor for your people. Clothe your people. It's and you even know where the good stuff is, or you can know where the good stuff is. There's a boomerang orb and 1,800 bucks. Hey, look, you get some nice armor for that girl. You're dragging, screaming, bleeding naked through this dungeon. A javelin orb, and there's Luna. All right, Mercs is about to complete the Pure Lands, get the Wind Seed, probably going to immediately go turn that in and get Undine and go, well, where is the whip then? And that is the question. Luckily, whip go mode. He knows that it can't be doppelgangers. He knows that it can't be turning in the Dark Seed. He knows that it can't be Earth Palace. He knows it can't be at the end of Fire Palace. He knows it can't be at doppelgangers. Did I say doppelgangers? It can't be there. It cannot be the chest in Grand Palace. I'm trying to think, where else does the whip get us? I think it said Matango Cave. It can't be Matango Cave. But it can be so many other places. It also cannot be in the last boss in Ice Palace, but it could be the first boss in Ice Palace. And I'm scared that that's what it is. I'm afraid. Yeah, that may be what it is. All right, Mercs first coming... Okay, here's another thing that it could be, though. Mercs coming back with Sprite and Shade. It could be here in Fire Palace. That is true. There are 2 chests here that have not been checked. Heinz trying to get this imp out of the way. Move, little boy. I got buttons to press. He's trying to press buttons with a point-blank range javelin throw. All right, chest number 2 here in Fire Palace is 600 bucks. But wait, there's one more. But then after that, like, scram and skedaddle. And also go buy armor for your people. First, lighting up and then petrifying that dude. All right, what do we got here? The Dark Seed. Can't turn that in. It's nice to have an extra seed for additional magic levels. But that, you know, cannot be the answer for the whip. Where are the other seeds, though? The Moon Seed could be turned in. The Dryad Seed could be turned in. The Light Seed could be turned in. The Water Seed could be turned in. Where are the seeds? Murks coming to Wind Palace is going to fight Tropicalo real quick. And turn in the Wind Seed in order to get Undine. And then go, well, I have everything I need. All right, Heinz has made it all the way through and is fighting Shrek here at the end of the Sunken Continent. Boreal Face fears Undine. That's cruel, because Undine is locked behind Boreal Face. How dare you, but also, how typical. Could always just hit it with some Dryad magic, yeah. No. It has way too much magic resistance. Just slap it. Just slap it with your weapons. Heinz almost done with his fight here against the Minotaur. Oh! And the girl getting bodied. Oh, oopow chowie. And the boy also taking a lot of damage. That's not great. Uh-oh. Yep. Okay, start this fight over. Run it back. Yikes! That was a lot of damage. And Heinz has Gnome and Luna, like, could be buffing the boy right now and dealing with stuff with physical damage. Well, won't be able to do it if the girl loses all of her magic. Wait, does this block magic drain? It drained 4. Well, no, it doesn't. I was about to say, hold on a second. Hold on, I didn't know that you could... I knew you could block physical damage. I didn't realize you could block magic drain. And the answer is you can't. Oh, the girl getting slammed mid-cast. And somehow just... Oh, well, it doesn't take damage, but does get knocked unconscious and about to get decked again. Yep, ouch. Yeah, the girl's just getting... just triple suplex. All right, Heinz is all... Yeah. In the back part of the boss fight, there's a crit. Just gotta take down this Minotaur. Alright, Minotaur taken down. Murks still fighting this Boreal Face, draining some magic from it. Way to go, Heinz. It is a Spear Orb and Dryad Magic. All right, so this was possibly hard required, doing this whole thing. So Heinz needs to go get the Sprite at the top of the Northtown Castle. And then both of them need to just find the whip somewhere else out there in the world. It could be like you find a seed and go turn it in at one of the palaces we have access to. It could be Northtown Ruins. There are 2 bosses there. It could be... What else have we not seen? I'm rolling through everything that is also not like a mana pedestal. Yeah, it could be at the resort in Ice Country, and it could also be the first boss in Ice Palace. I think we've seen, like, everything else. And obviously there's a lot of stuff that it can't be because it's the whip. Like, it's not going to be at certain locations. So it's either, like, find a seed and turn it in, or it's going to be... But even then, it's like, you got to go do a boss fight first to get that seed. All right, yes, Heinz on his way to the Northtown Castle. He's going to fight Hexus in the dungeon first, but then go upstairs and fight Kettlekin or Kilroy, one of the two, a robot. And that will be the Sprite and the spear. Merc's having a really tough time here with this Boreal Face fight. Heinz immediately running in to this Hexus fight and going crit right in the soft underbelly. Take that. All right, Mercs finally takes down Boreal Face, and we'll be rewarded with Undine and a place to level up spells. So Heinz about a third of the way through this fight here. About 1,200 hit points left on Hexus. Merc's coming in and turning in the Wind Seed and is going to get Undine and nothing. But now has all the characters, all the magic, all the weapons, except for the whip. I think it was Sea Hairtail. That's what it was. I think it was Sea Hairtail was the hint that we got that it was on the Fire Mana Pedestal. I think that's what it was, yeah. Maybe. I remember just getting a hint about Sea Hairtail somewhere. Or maybe I need to stop trying to remember stuff from an hour and a half ago when people were picking up hints and I didn't write it down for myself. And now there's been so much more information that has happened. And also I have a terrible memory to begin with. And I'm watching two seeds and trying to do commentary. And it's just like, just crash, just stop. Just stop trying. Merc's taking a little bit of time here in the Wind Palace to level up spells. We'll see how much time he does sink into this. But it can't be too much. Even though he has both characters and every single element, he only has 3 seeds. And there's no reason necessarily to bring everything up to level 3 for both characters. All right, Heinz takes down Hexus here in the basement and gets an Axe Orb. And, well, if it isn't, nothing. Awesome. But he just has to stick around and climb to the top, fight the robot. He will be rewarded with the Sprite. And then somewhere else, somewhere out there, is the whip. All right, Heinz has finished his... Oh, got too close to that. That switch, or the floor plate, hits the switch. And here is the boss fight. Kettlekin atop the Northtown Castle walls, which will give him the Sprite. 1,000 hit points between him and getting the Sprite. Oh, wow, and just crits. Rolling off. Yeah, use the girl to cast moon energy, you know? Mercs is sitting over here leveling, like, everything up. Let's see what else he keeps doing. Oh, he's done. He's like, okay, I'm good. Whatever he did on the right side of the screen, it was enough for him. All right, we got to keep that girl away from this whirling dervish of hammers. Oh. Once again, Heinz kills the boss right in the last frame and needs to revive the girl in order to have her benefit from stuff. Mercs coming to the top of the Grand Palace to fight the everything and nothing Hydra. Heinz gets a whip orb and the Sprite. But the Sprite is not going to have the whip. They're going to have the spear. Disaster. Sadness. Tragedy. Yeah, could go ahead and land. Heinz is going to go ahead and land and go shopping. Maybe? Or just see, oh, the Sprite doesn't have the thing that I needed. Yeah, shopping time. Mercs sitting over here, drawing some magic from the Hydra. And dealing some good damage with something. Oh my gosh. Putting all of the best armor on the Sprite. Tiger suit, tiger cap. Absolutely loaded up. Are you going to get something for the girl, though? Please? You should have plenty of money. Oh, yeah. Could get a tiger crown and, or nothing. Hey, girl, suck it. You get nothing. No armor. All right. Heinz running into this person's house and going, oh, my bad. I thought, nope, never mind. I'm sorry, I came to the wrong place. I didn't mean to be here. Flying away somewhere. Merch still trying to take down this Hydra. Heinz, where are you headed? Fire Palace. All right, same thing. It's like, oh, I have Shade now. I have the Sprite. Let's go back and do these 2 checks. And these chests aren't going to be anything. You have all of the elements. Okay, this is a huge time waste. Don't do this. Just go hit the thing below. Like, this is just RNG if you get forward punching. Like, it's about the same. All right. Congrats. I was just like, Heinz, you have both characters and all of the elements. Just go break the orb. Nah. Couldn't be bothered. Couldn't possibly. Not me. All right. Chest number 2 is $600. And Heinz is about to go get chest number 3. Merc's taking out the Hydra. Not going to get rewarded with anything because he does not have the Dryad Seed, but at least takes out this boss that, as I said earlier, is required to get rid of in order to get through the Grand Palace. Heinz picking up the Dark Seed. Doesn't have the whip. Doesn't need to continue on. You can leave now. Girl dies. No armor. All right, Mercs has come to the back rooms behind the Dryad Seed pedestal and is going to make quick work of this robot. All right. Heinz is now leaving the Fire Palace. Robot down. Heinz is coming back to the Northtown ruins. With a dead girl. It's a good place to take a dead girl, is the Northtown ruins. Boomerang orb and the Earth Seed. So, everybody has now... everybody's done the same checks now. Pretty much. I can't think of really anything that has been not been done. Mercs doesn't even fight the watermelon boss, which is the Lich, and it doesn't give you anything. So it's good for him to bail. If he goes to Northtown Ruins at this point, we will have... Oh, he's going back down. Wait a minute. Wait. I still have a boss here I can fight. I was about to say, if he goes straight to Northtown Ruins, then it's like, wow, we're going to have a race here for the last, like, 20 minutes. And he's going to fight the watermelon. Heinz hitting the switch for the door, and continuing on through Northtown Ruins. Mercs realizing, oh, wait a minute. This is a very blue Lich. This is a suspiciously blued Lich. Hit him with a fireball. Also picking up a 4th seed, you know, means a higher level magic. Potentially. All right, Heinz coming back to Northtown Ruins. Gonna fight. What do we have here? We have a very dark wall. Is this, in fact, like Doom Wall, like casting shade? Or is this, in fact, Doom Wall that is casting Gnome? I feel like this is Doom Wall casting Gnome. Doom Wall giving Gnome. Serving Gnome, maybe. Shut up. All right, Mercs takes down the Lich and is going to get, I think it's like a Sword Orb and some other nothing. A Glove Orb and a Spear Orb. Not even. Yeah. Yippee skippy. All right. Yeah. The whip is somewhere out there, man. I don't know what to tell you. Go get the whip. Both of y'all. Mercs flying around, taking a big think about stuff. And is going to come to the Ice Country to do the Boreal Face fight. See what he can pull out of the furnace. It is a Gnome Mantis. Still takes good damage from pretty much anything. Just has, like, relatively low magic resistance in general. So, whatever you throw at it, it's gonna hurt. Oh, and the girl's getting in on it too. Wait, I wanna throw some fire. Metal Mantis also getting crit from behind by the boy. Heinz girl getting moogled. It has a whopping 7 health. The Sprite stealing some more magic from the left eye. All right, Metal Mantis goes down for Mercs. And what do we have here? It is a Spear Orb. And let's see what we pick out of the furnace. Another Spear Orb. Joy of joys. Heinz still smashing 3 faces against this wall. All right, Mercs, where are you headed? He's going to do the... Okay, this is what I feared. This is the check that I feared. Is it the first boss in Ice Palace? If so, a horrible location for the whip. All right, Heinz takes down the wall. We'll see if he gets the whip here. If not, he can talk to Dialek and get no help whatsoever. Because Dialek's never any help. It seems. Very rarely does Dialek have, like, a good hint. Boomerang orb and a whip. Orb. Just an orb. Heinz, not even gonna bother talking to Diluc. Smell you later. And we have a Jabberwocky here that is purple, so I assume this is Shade. Mercs dropping in to fight. We got a Gorgon Bull down here. And it is unclear. It is an... Oh, you're right. It's the same thing that we fought in Undine Cave. So when you have swap bosses, the boss in Undine Cave and the boss here, vanilla, they're normally Tonpoles. So they're coded to be the same boss in a swapped boss randomized seed. So whatever you fight in Undine Cave is also here, and it's an angry bull with a strong left hook. All right. Heinz takes down the boss here at the back of Northtown Ruins. We got a Javelin Orb, and finally, it's not a whip. So the other option, it could either be like, you find the whip on one of these bosses, or you get a seed, and you have to go turn in that seed. Heinz now coming to the Ice Country area. All of Merc's characters having a little party. Just kind of standing around holding balloons. Socializing. Heinz rolling in to fight this Metal Mantis that is in fact an Earth Mantis. Heinz taking a little bit of time right now to go ahead and level up the Sprite's Shade Magic. Just thinking about the future. He's going to do Shade Tactics against the Mana Beast. Merc's Sprite gets run over. Oh, the boy gets punched in the face. This is, up. Down goes the boy. Gorgon Bull gets whacked, though. Gets crit by the girl's boomerang. Heinz is done leveling up Shade, and now it's time to actually, kill the boss and move on with our lives. Yeah, Mercs is having some trouble against this Gorgon Bull. Metal Mantis goes down for Heinz. Girl lives with 4 health. It's a Spear Orb. And then I think this is like just a Whip Orb. No, a second Spear Orb. All right, Heinz also coming into the Ice Palace to go fight this one boss. In the hopes that, maybe this is it. I'm running out of things to do. Or maybe this will give me a seed that I can take somewhere. Like, what is the thread to pull? I mean, Merc's just having a hell of a time against this boss. Just trying desperately to dish out enough damage. In the meantime, is leveling up a bunch of elementals that he has. Which, by the way, once again, as a reminder, is all of the elementals. Uh-oh. Heinz gets stopped by a goblin. Mercs finally takes down the Gorgon Bull here. I swear. If this is the friggin' whip. Or if it's just the seed to take it and turn it in and get the whip. Heinz is dropping in. Mercs gets... God damn it! You gotta be fucking kidding me. It's the worst. It's the worst! Because, oh my god. It sucks. It sucks. It's so bad that the whip is there. Alright, Heinz is about to be getting his whip once he beats this boss. Mercs is now finally in go mode. Yeah, it's just... This is one of those things that is available from the start. in open world when you start with the Flammie drum. But it's one of those things that, like, you come here all the way through. You know, this boss isn't like halfway through the Ice Palace. It is at the back. Like, after you beat this boss, you go through one more big room where you need the whip, a small room where that you teleport into, and you just basically like move through, and you like shoulder a couple of enemies aside, and you exit. And then you fight whatever is at Frost Gygus. So it's one of those things, it's like, you don't want to come here until you have the whip, so you can full clear it, but the whip being here is just gross. Blah! Well, Mrks is now in the Grand Palace. Both runners have cleared all of the bosses between the clearing the 7th orb in the Grand Palace and getting to the Mech Rider 3 fight to unlock the Mana Fortress. So that's nice. So Mrks just has to survive against whatever enemies he comes across here and then have one boss fight, and that'll unlock the fortress. Heinz still fighting this Gorgon Bull. Oh, there goes the girl. Girl's fine. Girl lived with 25 health. No problem. Easy peasy. Here comes a spell cast from the Gorgon Bull here on Heinz' screen. Oh no, he's just flexing. He's just going into phase 2. He's about to charge that girl. That girl is Yep. Oh, wow. Somehow did not take damage. Wild. All right, Mrks is now unlocking his 4th orb. It is Gnome. Heinz' Sprite backflipping out of the way. And then draining some more magic. Just desperately trying to deal damage to this thing. And, for your transgressions, I will kill the boy. Mrks opening up a chest. It's full of riot gas. Boy gets moogled. And he goes, oh, well, shrugs and moves on with his life. Whatever. Let's go, Moogle Boy, into the Shade Room. Alright, girl is dead for Heinz. Sprite is, the Sprite stands alone against the Everything Gorgon Bull. A Sword Orb. Might as well pick that up. Why not? This is Dryad? Sylphid. Alright, Heinz takes down the Gorgon Bull. And will be rewarded with the whip. And has quite a bit of time, quite a bit of catching up to do for Mrks, who's on his way to the 7th orb in the Grand Palace. Yeah, let's see this. The whip. That was a great meh face. He's like, you gotta be kidding me. Heinz is unamused with the whip location. Alright, but Heinz is in go mode as well, so that's nice. And I believe has better armor on his boy and Sprite. No armor still on the girl, or at least very, very crappy armor. But he is headed now to the Sunken Continent and will be starting his journey through the Grand Palace. Mrks finishing up his run through the Grand Palace with Dryad. Heinz, where are you going? You went down the wrong stairs. Oh no. He's gone the wrong way. He's tired. He's been playing for almost 2 hours just to get to this point, and now has more to do. Now has to do the Grand Palace and the and a boss, and then do the Mana Fortress, which is 3 bosses, and then the Mana Beast. So, yeah. He's like, I'm in go mode, but I've got a lot of game ahead of me still. Alright, Mercs hits the switch at 150 to fight. It looks like an oops everything snake. But I don't know if it's a dragon worm or if it's a viper. Merc's continuing to cast Dark Forces, dealing some good damage against it. Heinz drawing a little bit of magic before leaving the room, and is done with the first 2 orbs. The bottom floor of the Grand Palace, and is starting to climb. Merc's draining some more magic and is switched over to doing Fireball. Oh, got a little close. The boy gets slapped around a little bit. And now the double cast, the girl and the sprite both casting fire spells just to speed up the damage dealt. Why not? If you're not using the girl for casting buffs on the party, then at least, yeah, let her use her magic to speed up the damage. Heinz hitting orb number 4 here. And down goes the snake. Mercs gets a glove orb and an axe orb. And is ready to go to the end of the game. Let's see what he decides to do first. Should go shopping. Like, if he full sends it from here, that's, I'm gonna say that's a very silly choice. Heinz getting stopped by this wolf! Watch out for the wolf! He's running around with 2 dead characters and a sprite that is under armored and has, half its, health left. Merc's coming to Northtown. Heinz not even picking up that chest, doesn't care, but will walk through the wrong door. 27,000 gold for Mercs. Heinz now walking back through the right door. And getting just eerily close to these enemies. Like, going ahead and casting freeze, just like pressing the button, whatever. Merc's taking a little look around and is doing some math here. Could buy a 2 tiger suits and a bikini. That'd be about 21,000 gold-ish. Maybe less than that. And then could get tiger caps for everybody. And then probably, yeah, and then get golem rings. Or maybe even frosty rings for everybody. Like, could get pretty stacked up. Heinz comes back for this, just in case. You never know. It's just a sword orb. Merc's also not bothering to buy any armor, some weapon upgrades. But also trying to save some money. Oh my gosh, Heinz. Gets stopped by the wolf. Then oh my god. Heinz you gotta heal. He stops. Oh, he revives somebody. What a wild child. He's running through with a sprite that has no health. Past a wolf, past a boomerang crab blade, past a rabbite. And then revives a character that immediately gets set on fire. But the sprite runs past 2 fire slimes. The sprite is just, like, untouchable at this point. I say that, but, oh my gosh. That was 20 health. 20 health! And just, like, ran past a few enemies. It was just like, ugh! That was wild. that was unnecessarily risky. But it was also cool as hell. So, you know, there's that. All right, Mercs suits everybody up. And is going to go take a nap real quick. Or possibly level up some weapons. No, just a nap. Spent all of his money. Saved it up just enough to take a nap. Get magic back. Heinz running in to fight. Oh, gonna go ahead and revive the girl, sure. Alright, Mertz is ready to go to the Mana Fortress. And Heinz is now coming in to fight the Dragon Worm here. Oh, Mertz trying to line everything up. There it is. Alright, up and away. Mertz landing on the Mana Fortress. Here we go to the end game. And Heinz has some damage to deal here. Has about 2,200 damage he needs to deal to this this Dragon Worm here. Dude, what a slog. What, like, just went and did everything. And for a long time, it was like boy only. Just not able to nuke bosses down. Just kind of slapping them about. Just kind of makes things pretty slow. Heinz still just throwing out damage as much as he can, just something, trying to take down this Dragon Worm without having it move and retaliate and do something damaging to the party. Alright. Heinz takes down the Mech 3 boss. Gets a Glove Orb and an Axe Orb. Unlocks the Mana Fortress. Is ready to go to the end of the game. Let's see if he goes shopping first or if he just sends it. Mercs is now coming up on his first boss fight here. Oh, hey! Here's a Nico right here, or Neko. A kitty cat. It's a Spike! Look out! Oh, what a moment! Pause moments before disaster. As this white tiger drops in dramatically. Heinz paying the high prices. Nope, never mind. Doesn't have the money. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't want to pay those double prices there at Neko's. Oh, Heinz is just going. He just recovered consumables. It looks like that's all he did. Didn't buy any armor. It's just sending it. Oh my god. All right, boss number 1 down for Mercs. As Heinz lands on the deck outside on the Mana Fortress and is just shoving his way through. Just throwing elbows. Excuse me, I've got places to be. I don't care if people bleed as long as we get to the end of the game. Nice, it's a Boomerang Orb. 1 boss down for Mercs. He's running through with people at below half health. Just absolute madman. Just no regard for party safety or well-being. He's just going, you got working legs. Run, dodge, survive. Why can't you just do that? All right, slime time for Mercs. Boss number 2 here at the Mana Fortress. And only with 4 seeds, I assume that both of our runners are still going to do shade tactics against the Mana Beast. I guess. All right, we got 2 boss fights going on. Slam! Heinz loses the girl and the boy in the opening attack from the white spiky tiger. Wow. Obliterated. All right, Mercs. We got a black screen. What is going on over here? Uh-oh. I wasn't paying attention. What happened? Did it freeze up? I'm looking at his camera right now. I'm watching him. He's kind of looking around. Uh-oh. Something has gone horribly wrong. I don't like it. This is not good. Technical difficulties are now letting Hines catch back up. That sucks. He was like at the end. He was going through the Hines takes down the spiky tiger, and Merks is up out of his chair and is, I don't know. He's looking around. He's trying to figure something out. There's a boomerang orb for Hines, and he's moving on. This sucks for Merks. He's way in the lead. And then, I don't know what happened. He was fighting the slime, and all of a sudden I just looked over and the screen was black. I hope it's nothing too bad, and that it's a quick fix. He's looking around. There it is. Okay, we're back. We're so back. I don't know if he finished the boss fight, though. Oh, no. He's sent back here. Okay, so he's got to run through this. Which means Hines is now in the lead, fighting the slime here. That sucks. That sucks. I wonder what happened. I mean, he got up and came back with, like, another cable. I don't know what happened. That... Oh, man. Well, luckily, not a difficult room to go through. And for us, the viewing audience, this makes this a very entertaining race, because they're now both in the same boss at the same time, heading to the end game 2 hours and 2 minutes into this seed. So, yay us. And we know, I mean, Merks was pretty far through the slime fight anyway. So he should be catching up pretty soon. He was dumping a lot of damage pretty quickly. That sucks still, though. All right, yeah, they take the bosses out at the same time. Actually, Merks beats Hines through the boss a second time. Gets through it. Wow. That was efficient. All right. Well, let's see what we get here. Way to go, both of them. They're just seconds apart at this point. There's a light seed, okay. Yeah, they're 4 seconds apart. Neither of them, once again, casting Gnome to auto-run through here. Jumping across at the same time. This is now super intense. Oh, Hines getting stopped by, oh my gosh, and getting stopped by, somebody casting Energy Absorb on the Sprite, and then a mushroom coming out and knocking people out. You see the different enemies that they're going up against with this, randomized enemy drop. Uh-oh, Merks has to get through this. Oh, slaps these 3 blue drops. Like the little bitches they are, set them all on fire and then runs past going, I don't have time for this. Same thing with this tsunami. Get this tsunami out of the way, this crab. Everyone's on fire. Everyone is in my way. You are on fire now. Merks has no time for any of these shenanigans. All right. Merks has now made it to the Lich boss fight. We'll see what has taken its place. Oh my gosh, it's a gold watermelon. Let's see what it casts. I guess this is Luna, another Luna boss. Get excited. All right, Heinz dropping in as well. Let's see what kind of damage we're dealing with here. All right, yeah, they're just throwing stuff. Oh no, actually this is... Okay, so Heinz has the right idea, read this correctly, and saw that this was a Salamando, a fire watermelon, a spicy watermelon. Well, Mercs is just kind of throwing whatever. Is going like, well, I'll use Dark Force and it'll level it up, and then I'll have level 5 Shade for the Mana Beast. Like, I understand the reasoning, but Heinz gets through the fight a lot faster by, you know, using the stuff that it's weak against. Mercs drawing a bunch of magic here, but is just having a much slower fight because he is deciding to use Dark Force instead of doing something else. So Heinz is starting his fight against the Mana Beast much sooner than Mercs, even though Mercs got to his boss fight faster, not by much, by a few seconds. So Heinz is ready to start throwing some shade, throwing Evil Gate level 4. And when Mercs gets there, he'll have Evil Gate level 5, but like a 1 level difference isn't going to make a huge timing difference. Not as big as this is. Okay, Mercs finally takes down the watermelon. Especially since, you know, I don't know how high level this Mana Beast is. It may be that level 4, level 5 Shade is just enough. But he's got to, I mean, it's going to take him the same amount of time because he's got to go through all of the menuing and everything like that Heinz is going through. So yeah, Heinz just read that fight and was like, oh, well, this is a Salamando boss. I'll just throw Undine at it, and got through the boss fight so much faster. So Mercs has level 5 Evil Gate. Heinz still throwing level 4. We'll see how much of a difference it makes. I don't think it's going to make a big difference. 341. Heinz is stacking his up, so I don't know how much he's casting. Or how much a single cast is dealing. $648. Heinz menuing through, trying to do some more stuff. Let's see how much. We'll know we'll get 6,700 gold. All right. So this is a tight race still. Heinz dropping in much earlier than Mercs, but now it just comes down to menuing and execution. But also Heinz was just here first. Like, he's been dealing damage a lot sooner. Also, Heinz is keeping Flammie still while Mercs is letting him fly away. Which may mean that Heinz is just going to one-cycle him. And Mercs may not have that luxury. Oh, stops him in his tracks. Steals some magic. Alright. Can't target him. Okay, he's going to see. Let's see if our heroes on the right-hand side get hit. Heinz still casting. Oh, Merc's going to throw up a Lucid Barrier real quick. Oh, just barely, just in time. Woo! And it looks as though Heinz is done. Yeah, he's letting it go. And Merc's throwing some Evil Gates down right here. So Heinz just has to wait for the cycle to finish. He just has to wait, and Mercs is scrapping. So the animation's about to pass Mercs right now. There it is. Heinz is now in the lead. So the Mana Beast should pop up and just die. Mercs is still casting Evil Gate. Yep. Heinz is done. Wow. Just unbelievable. Tragic for Mercs that he had that problem with the fight against the Dread Slime the first time, and technical difficulties, had to go back and run through everything and do the fight a second time, and then still finish the fight before Hines by a few seconds, and then got dropped into watermelon and just didn't read everything correctly. Just didn't read what type of watermelon it was. Mercs ending it a little bit early, but whatever. So our official time, Hines with 2 hours, 9 minutes, 42 seconds. Mercs, 2 hours, 9 minutes, 59 seconds, and a few more. You're supposed to end it when the HUD, the health at the bottom of the screen disappears is when you stop the timer. But still, very close game within 20-ish seconds of each other. GG's, horrible. What a shit location for the whip. I mean, it was nice that they didn't find the whip earlier and then use that to go do a bunch of superfluous checks. So it pushed them to do Pure Lands. It pushed them to do Undersea Continent, which was required in order to get some, all of these, in order to get the girl, in order to get a bunch of different elementals. But then, yeah, just going to Northtown Castle to the top to get the Sprite, and then going to get the whip at the first boss at Ice Palace. Is just a horrible location. I've seen that before, and it's just always the worst, because you're like, I don't want to go to Ice Palace and fight one boss and it not be the whip, and then you have to leave and come back maybe with the whip. But if you're looking for the whip, it's like, well, it's in Logic. It's in Logic from the get-go. So I guess that is the thing. If you're whip go mode, then anything, you're not going to be doing Ice Palace thinking about doing the entire thing. So it's like, well, it could be there, and then if it is, if that is what you're looking for, and the only thing you're looking for, then sure, that's a logical thing to do, but it still is a gross thing to do. There's so many faster checks to do. God, what a whack seed. Oh my gosh, and very, for the longest time didn't have a second character, and then, not having very many seeds, low seed count for most of the run, but then finding just both of the characters and all of the elementals and all of the weapons except for the whip, and just looking around and going, where could it possibly be? Ugh, man, what a run though. And then it came down to be very close, both of them running through the Grand Palace at about the same time. Mercs taking a little bit of time to go and shop, while Hines just got fired out of the Grand Palace and up into the sky, in directly to the Mana Fortress. Wasted no time doing any of that stuff. Bought consumables from Neko and then left. And then, unfortunately, in the Grand Palace there, Mercs having some technical difficulties, lost some time, plugging something back in, I don't know what it was, and then having to redo the room on the way to the Dread Slime, fighting the Dread Slime a second time, and then just coming down to that watermelon, seeing that, and Mercs going, well, this would be a good time for me to cast Shade and just level up Shade so that I have the highest level, level 5 Evil Gate. And Hines was just like, a red watermelon. I will cast Undine, and just nuked it down just so much faster. Really exciting end to the seed, but also just you just gotta look at what happened to Mercs and go, oh, that sucks so bad, I'm so sorry. That's out of his hands, that's out of his control with that stuff. But anyway, GG's to both runners. What a seed, what a run. Man, the whip location was gross. Anyway, I'm just kind of rambling. I'm rehashing old gripes. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching and listening. And thank you both to Hines and to Mercs for letting me use their VODs in order to rebroadcast this as a pseudo race and do the commentary. If you want to check out their channels, I highly recommend you do. I have links down below in the description of the video. Go check them out, support them, give them likes, follows, etc. Go check them out. If you want to play the Secret Mono Randomizer, there is a link in the description of the video where you can go to the website and get the program to allow you to generate seeds and play some of the anything you want to, as far as any type of seed settings you want. You could also use it to generate the weekly seed, but in order to do that, there's a link in the description to the Secret Mono Randomizer Discord. that you can come and join and get the weekly seed settings and run the weekly seed yourself, submit times, see how you stack up against everybody else. Or if you don't want to do anything competitive, you can still stop by and ask some questions to very knowledgeable runners that have been doing the randomizer and speed runs as well for a long time. So you can come in and ask any type of questions about anything, any elements of the game itself. And very friendly community, very knowledgeable community. Go and pop in and say hello. Once again, thank you, the viewer, for sitting around and listening to me yap this whole time. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, that is it for me. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.